Hello and welcome back to School of Organizing, where school is always in session. Did you know that the average American has over 300,000 items in their home right now? If you start to count, I bet you would lose track of how many items you have in your home. The National Association of Productivity and Organizing Specialists recently conducted a survey where they asked how overwhelmed the survey participants felt about clutter, and over 50%, 57% actually, felt so overwhelmed by the amount of clutter they had in their home that they found it crippling to even think about where to start. Does that sound like you? Princeton University's Neuroscience Institute recently found that clutter drastically reduces focus, leading to such a dramatic decrease in productivity that they are conducting research on how to fix that problem. The clutter crisis we are actually facing is huge. People have too much stuff. They get so overwhelmed with where to start, and they are unsure if things need to stay, and we are feeling guilty about the stuff we currently have in our home, yet we are continuously bombarded with these new Amazon deals and must-haves. So, how do we fix this? Where do we go from here? Well, recently, we moved from one state to another, and when you move from state to state, the moving company actually charges you based on how much you actually pack weight-wise. So we were on a mission to not have a billion-dollar move. We were looking to keep prices and costs down based on how much the weight of things that we were bringing. So what we ended up doing was realizing we had just too much stuff. So we started to remove things that we weren't using. We started in the storage area because we knew that the majority of that stuff wasn't being used in our current home, so why would we carry it with us to our new home? Once we started doing that, it started to spiral because we realized we were holding on to a lot of things that just weren't necessary. And we started to remove clutter from one area, and then it turned into the toys, and then it turned into the kitchen, and then the dining room, and then the living room. And the more and more we just started to remove things, the easier it felt to pack for moving. And then ultimately unpack, because when we got here, it was a lot easier to unpack things because we didn't have as much. Right now is the time to declutter. Right now is the time to simplify what you have in your home. But where do you start? How do you go about doing all of this stuff to truly declutter and remove the things you don't actually want? Well, I have a free workbook that will walk you through this process of really simplifying the stuff you have. Now, for me personally, I love the idea of minimalism, but I am not a minimalist. I enjoy things. I like having stuff that I use. I appreciate a lot of things and want to display them. So I have a hard time with minimalism in the fact that it's just less of everything. I like the idea of simplifying. I think keeping things simple, keeping things easy is the best way that we can deal with the clutter crisis that is happening right now. Also, being really thoughtful about the things you bring into your house. Keep it simple. Do you need that decorative vase? Do you need that Amazon must-have that somebody's sharing on Instagram? Do you need that book, or can you check it out from your local library? What are the things that you actually need and are willing to invest in and bring into your house and bring into your space? And what are the things that you can part with and then never bring into your house again in the manner that they currently were? Now, when I say in the manner that they currently were, I am talking specifically about things that you can rent or you can borrow or you can loan out from a friend. So books specifically, you can get a lot of books from the library, but the library doesn't have every book. You can rent equipment from Home Depot, but not everything is available at Home Depot or the time in which that you need it, or Lowe's or your local hardware store. And you can borrow things from neighbors, but neighbors might not have those things. So when you kind of assess that situation, you can see what actually should stay and what is really easy to let go. And that is what I want you to do. I want you to really get clear and focus on the stuff that's truly important. Get the free workbook to really simplify everything for you. It will give you peace of mind with everything that you are keeping in your home. It will give you clarity as to what items are truly necessary to keep in your home. And then you'll feel this burden of stuff just slowly lift as you part ways with things that have just been holding you back. Because really it was just clutter and it's not something you need to keep.
Love what you see? Don't forget to subscribe. New videos every Wednesday.